Hey, so this is a collaboration video that Carrie from Weight Watchers with Carrie and myself are hosting, and we invited a few other channels to collaborate with us and just talk about inspiration to losing weight and how we've done the last 6 to 12 months and kind of talk about our struggles and our successes. And we just, like I said, we wanted to inspire us all and just collaborate together and inspire us all to get back on track if we're off track. Or I know that some channels are going to talk about how they've stayed on track, and I know that everyone has struggled this past year, regardless if you've stayed on track or not. I think all of us have struggled this past year, so especially this past year. I have some notes down here, so if I look down, that's why I'm looking down. Have I struggled the last 12 months? Yes. So I started my weight loss journey in January of 2018, and at my lowest, I had lost 80 pounds. But I only stayed at my lowest for 1 week, and then I had bumped back up 4 or 5 pounds, I think. So what I consider my lowest, I had lost about 76 pounds. And so this past year, I have gained, and it's been a struggle for me. I've been struggling with depression, along with many of us, just because of what we've all been going through this past year. And it's been a struggle. It's been hard. And then on top of all the normal life situations and things that we go through. So yeah, I've been struggling this past year, and I've been struggling the most with depression. And it's really been, it's been hard. It's the worst depression that I felt since I was probably a teenager. So I'm finally back to where I need to be, where I can start losing weight again. So what did I gain? At my highest gain, I had gained 35 pounds. I've lost a few of those pounds, so I'm like at 30, I'm trying to think, I'm at like 32 gained, so I've only lost a few. But like I said, I'm feeling much better. I've worked with my doctor and really worked through it, and through this whole time, I have been tracking. I've been trying to stay on plan. I've been working really hard to get back to where I needed to be. And I think the important thing for me was to track and to stay tracking. And at one point last August, I had tried to intuitively eat, and that's not something that I can do at this point in my journey, is to intuitively eat. And I had gained about 20 pounds during that time. And then since then, I had gained about 15. So like I said, the tracking, I still weigh and measure just about, or I had been still weighing and measuring just about everything. I'm back to tracking everything. I have been tracking everything, but I'm tracking everything still, and I'm back to weighing and measuring everything, and really trying to be cautious of what I'm putting in my mouth. My mental mindset is back to where I need to be. I just need to get back at losing now. I feel much better. So I think I'm where I need to be to start losing again. The plan that I follow is the Momentum plan. That's an older Weight Watchers plan that they had put out in 2010. And the reason that I follow that plan is because it really worked for me then. I had followed it for a year or 6 months. I think it was about 6 months before they changed to the Points Plus program, which is, I think, the program before Smart Points. So there's been quite a few changes since the Momentum plan, but I really like the Momentum plan, and I like how it counts. It takes into consideration fiber And I like to, you have on the momentum plan, you have to track your fruit, or you have to count your fruit. I like that accountability. So that's the reason that I follow that plan. Not to say that any of the other plans, or any plan that keto, or, or counting calories, all of that stuff works if it works for you. But that momentum is just the plan that I know works for me. What's the difference between when I was at my lowest and this past year of struggling? Am I tired? I'm always tired. So that's no different. I was tired even when I was losing weight. My clothes don't fit. Yeah. Now I'm up a couple sizes, and that has been definitely a mental struggle for me, to see that I can't wear the clothes that I had finally gotten into after so many years. And so I need to get back there. I need to get back there. And like I said before, my mindset is definitely back to where I need to be to start losing again. I do hurt more. My joints and muscles and everything hurt anyway, but I definitely do feel like I hurt more since I've put on that 35 pounds. Feeling sluggish. I always feel sluggish. So what have I been doing the last 12 months? Well, I touched on that a little bit. I've still been tracking. I'm always trying to be cautious of what I'm eating, even through this past year and struggling so much. I think that that's just so important. Tracking is so important. And I know that if I hadn't been tracking, even through my struggles, I would have probably gained all of my weight back. So I'm really glad that I was able to stay tracking. Most days, I can't say all days, but most days I have tracked the last 12 months, even though I've been struggling. And I think that that is so important. The weighing and measuring is so important as well, but tracking everything, and knowing, be conscious of what you're putting in your mouth. That is the most important thing, at least for me. Definitely the tracking. That's the consistency that I've had even through my struggles this past year. Was I cooking any different? Not really. I may have been adding a little bit more cheese than I was, or my portion control was a little bit more difficult to control this past year, but cooking wise, no, I hadn't been cooking any different. Going out to eat, no, I had still tried to be controlling that. So I mean, we do go out to eat, and we do go to fast food restaurants, and even through this past year, I've tracked, and I've tried to stay within my points, even through this past year. And I've sacrificed sometimes when we do go to eat. I don't eat the things that I would really love to eat, even as comfort. I sometimes I have given into that in the past year, but for the most part, I've tried to sacrifice those things to try to stay on track and on plan. What do I plan to do different going forward? I'm just going to continue tracking. I'm going to continue weighing and measuring. I'm going to try to continue to be positive. I'm going to just give myself positive motivation. One thing that I hadn't been doing this past year as much, and it's been really hard for me, is that my channel hasn't been consistent. And I really like posting the what I eat a day videos, and then just putting a little life in there as well. Some days it's only what I eat, some days it's a little bit of life, and I really like that. But I struggled with that this past year, and I think that definitely is a help to me. I know that with this channel, that has really helped me lose weight, over this journey since 2018. And so that's one thing. The last few weeks I have been, I think, posting just about every day, and it feels good. It feels good to be back posting again. So that's one thing that I'm doing for myself, and I'm trying to do a little bit more self-care. And Mark and I, my husband is Mark, and Mark and I are trying to just have some more time together, couple time, and we're just trying to figure out how to enjoy life and lose weight at the same time. And so that's what I'm doing. going forward. Like I said, tracking, weighing, measuring, being conscious of what I'm putting in my mouth, concentrating on positive thoughts and just personal care time, couple care time, and just trying to enjoy life and losing weight into my life so that I don't feel like my weight loss is affecting my life any, because I want my weight loss to be a positive thing in my life, and I don't want it to make it feel like a chore. And so that's what I'm trying to focus on going forward, is to make my weight loss a positive thing in my life. And it was over a year ago. It was very positive in my life, and I want to get back there. So that's what I'm doing going forward, trying to focus on that. Tips to get back on track: keep going. Don't give up. Don't stop. Don't track. Like I said, tracking to me is the most important thing. And keep going, keep tracking, keep moving forward. Try as hard as you can to stay positive. Even though I know it's so hard. It is so hard to stay positive when you're struggling. It's hard. But just watch these channels that give out so much positive motivation and just positive energy. Just soak in all that positive energy from people in your life, your friends on YouTube. Just soak in all of that positive energy that you can. Don't look back. Think of every day as a fresh start. That's what I have been trying to do this past year, is just think of every day as a fresh start. And if I've messed up, I think of every meal as a fresh start. I can start over at any meal, any snack. I can say the past is the past and I'm going to move forward. So that's that's another thing that I'm trying to focus on is not the past. I'm trying to focus on the future, trying to focus on what I'm doing now and not what I have done, and not focusing on the weight that I've gained. I'm trying hard not to focus on the scale. I'm trying hard not to focus on the number. And I'm just trying hard to focus on what I'm eating, but not to the point where I'm obsessing about it, because I've been doing that too. I've been obsessing about food and obsessing about what I'm eating and what I'm tracking. And so I'm trying to stay positive, but also not obsessing. And I'm trying to think about my food and what's going in my mouth, but not obsessing about it. So anyway, I hope that was helpful. This was really fun to do this video and just share my thoughts and my struggles with you. And know that if you're struggling, you're not alone. Just try to stay positive as much as possible and do as much for yourself as you can. And you'll get through this. I know you will. I feel like I'm on the other side of my struggles this past year, and I know you can too. So leave me a comment down below. Let me know how you're feeling, how you're doing, if you're struggling, if you're maintaining, if you're losing. Just share. Just share with all of us and just keep us all motivated and moving forward. So definitely check out the description box below and check out all the other channels. I know all of the channels will have really amazing videos that you'll just want to watch. So definitely check out them all in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.